Hey guys, we're going to do our first phonics lesson, and today we're going to learn 3 new digraphs. So I'm going to write some words up here on my little easel. I borrowed it from Maddie, and I'm going to write some words up here, and I want you guys to take a look and see what you see that's the same in them, okay? The 3 words that I wrote are the word knee, knock, and knife. Do you guys see how they begin with a letter that we don't hear? This is a ghost letter digraph. This is digraph KN, and we don't hear that K, do we? This is what we call a ghost letter digraph because long ago, it's believed that it was once pronounced with the K sound. It would have the K. So when we would say the word knee, a long time ago, they would have said knee. Isn't that crazy? But now, after all this time, we don't say that sound anymore. So this is why we call it a ghost letter. So when we look at it, when we see that KN at the beginning of a word, we're going to need to remind ourselves that we do not hear the K, that all we hear is the letter N. So I'm going to go ahead and cross that K off to help us remember that we don't hear it. Then we can look at the rest of the word and look and find things that we've already know, like digraph EE, digraph CK, I consonant E with a sneaky E. It's going to say knife. Okay, so there's the first digraph that we're going to learn today. Here's the second one. Okay, here's the 3 words that I have right now. We have gnat. Those are those little black bugs that kind of sometimes fly around fruit in the summertime. That's what we're talking about. Then we have the word gnaw, like when an animal gnaws on something, chews on it. And then we have gnome. So again, you see a letter that you don't hear. We don't hear the G in the word gnat. We only hear the N. So this is ghost letter digraph GN. So the same thing with KN. We don't hear the G, so we'll underline it, we'll cross it off. Then we can look at the rest of the words and find things that we see that we have learned, like AW, O consonant E, short A. We have one more digraph to learn today, and I want to tell you one more thing about this GN here in just a minute. So I want you guys to hold tight on that. So we've got that. And then our last digraph that we're going to learn today is this one. We have wrap, wrist, and wren. And if you say those, we don't hear the W, do we? So again, this is our third ghost letter digraph. We have our WR, says we don't hear that W. One thing that I want you guys to know is that we have our 3 ghost letter digraphs. Digraph KN and digraph WR are both going to be found at the beginning of a word. I told you to hold tight about GN. Ghost letter digraph GN can be found in the middle of a word or at the end. So we have KN and WR. We also have ghost letter digraph GN. So let me give you an example of when we can use GN at the end of a word. This is the word sign, like when you sign your name or you see a sign up on a wall. So again, you don't hear the GN, and that's okay because we see it in both places. We can see it at the beginning of the word or at the end of the word. So there's our phonics lesson for today. So we have our 3 ghost letter digraphs. We have ghost letter digraph KN, we have WR, and GN. So I want you guys to look for words that you see in your stories this week that have those ghost letter digraphs in them. The more stories that you guys are reading, you guys are starting to see these ghost letter digraphs in your words. And I kept telling you that we'll get to that, we'll get to that. And finally, here's our lesson. So I want you to challenge yourself, find some words that you see that have those ghost letter digraphs in them, and try to remember that we don't say the beginning letter. So all we hear are the second. So again, we have ghost letter digraph KN says N, ghost letter digraph WR says And then ghost letter digraph GN says N. Here's your phonics lesson for today. Have a good one.